It's great to get this thing underway. It seems like forever since we were in Detroit press conference. And I'm excited about this 2020 team. It's going to be the best team we've had since I've been here. I don't know. But, the maturity that we practice with today, the tempo, the conditioning I mentioned to him afterwards, it seems like it's pretty easy. I think anytime there's a strength change, there's some little changes. And I think we've done more running in the offseason than we've done previously. And again, I put that on the strength coaches. Hey, what do you want? What do they need? And get it done. But I watched Skelly. We had 2 10-minute Skellys. I didn't have to cut it short. Guys looked like they were breathing really, really easy. So that's a bonus. I told them Wednesday we come out, we got to feel the same way. So take care of your bodies. But happy with where we are after 1, and we're working on 2. Questions?
Yeah, with all the guys you got returning, your whole staff is back. Your coaching staff, 7 stars on both sides of the ball. Do you feel like this is the season? Almost like you have to do something.
Have to. I feel like that every year, Jay. We have to do it every year. I do believe this. Continuity is important. When you got the same coordinator 2 years in a row, I think look at the second year when Sean Watson was here, we go to an ACC championship. But I do believe that continuity, especially on offense. I mean, Bates first year compared to second year. You guys can go look at all the numbers in the rankings. Same thing. We expect the same thing out of the offense first year, second year. I think the second year is important. I've told a couple people this on the side. When you look at Kenny Pickett, he played 4 games as a freshman. Okay, came back and beat Miami last game of the season, but he had 4 games in, started 1 game. Second year he comes in and run offense. First year's a run offense. Okay, it is what it is. His second year under the same coordinator, we go to an ACC championship. We ran the ball pretty well. He got us in all the right plays. We had a ton of run checks that year, and we didn't throw the ball much. Then last year's our first year really throwing the ball, so he's a pass quarterback. And then you come into this year, second year of really a team that knows how to throw the football now, and I think they're throwing it with a lot of confidence and a lot of speed right now. So, we'll see. We got a lot of work to do. It's early. It's March 2nd, and a ton of work to do as a football team.
Do you feel any pressure?
No. Pressure? I feel pressure every day. I mean, every day there's pressure. No, I don't feel any pressure. There's, if I feel pressure, we got issues. There's pressure every day. I pressure myself. I don't need pressure from anybody up at Pitt or anywhere else. I mean, I pressure every day.
I went into the 3 moves sort of regarding the tight end position, 2 guys out and 1 guy in.
A lot of went into it. Let's start with Grant Kerrigan, who I think is a blocking tight end. Grant came to me. We've been trying to do it for a couple years. We'll see what the tape looks like today. We'll especially see what happens when the video gets put on, when the pads get on. But it was like, hey, I'm a blocking tight end. Why don't I just start blocking all the time instead of throwing passes with Coach Sale? So that was that one. Moving Kmar back over to defense. He was on offense, moved to defense, just trying to find a home for him. And again, I think there's less depth, as you guys know, at the tight end spot compared to the defensive end spot. So I think Kmar's capable to be a tight end. He's going to get a ton of reps this spring. And then the other one would be Jason Collier, I guess. We recruited Jason as a tackle. You guys don't know this. On game day, he put on his tight end numbers, just a deal between him and me. But during the week, if you guys were paying attention, he was with the O-line all year. And if we needed a big tight end or we were down a tight end on scout team, he did that. So he's been at that position. He's 315, maybe 320. The dude's huge. We thought that's where he was going to go. He's a super kid, and he's bought in, and I love his enthusiasm about the position.
How was it seeing 17 out on the field and moving around today?
17's, anytime 17 and 10 are out there, you feel a lot better. But he's not full go right now. We're going to be smart with him. We kind of know what he's got. We're not going to mess it up. We ain't beating anybody. There's no pressure, Jerry, in March, as Jerry talked about. So we've got to be smart. And we got a few guys like that are on the IR right now that, whether they had a postseason injury that will be on the sideline. So there's some guys that will miss spring ball, as we know, across the country. So we've got probably maybe 6, 7, 8 guys that we'll be smart with, and we'll see what he can do as we go on. But we're not going to push it.
What did it mean to you personally, and what does it mean to this team that you have a couple 6-year seniors coming back and a bunch of guys that bypassed the NFL draft that could have gone pro?
Yeah, I think we've talked about this before, but it means a lot. It means that I think the culture is right here. It tells you they're smart. I think they did their homework. They looked to see what they are now, what they could be. They didn't listen to the outside influences. I think we've done a better job since my first couple years of really just educating them, getting them with Osaka Polite and John Pelusi up in life skills. Them being another part of the whole package of, just it can't just be me saying it. It can't be just a position coach, but having them who've played in the NFL or been agents, whatever it may have been, just to kind of go, guys, let's keep our heads in this thing. It's not about where you are in 6 weeks or a month or after pro day. It's where you're going to be, in the future. And it's there's a lot of money left on the table every year. You're going to see how many guys, this year are leaving early and then go undrafted. That's a mistake. The poor Quadri Hendersons. I don't want to. I blame myself when something like that happens, and we can't let that happen again.
Do you take it as a sign that they see something special and want to be part of it this season?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think they don't want to leave their teammates. They know that we could be good, and I say could be because it doesn't. All those guys that are very talented have got to play up to their potential as well, and not worry about the next level. So, I think they see a lot of. I don't think it's one decision. I think it's degree. I hope it's degree. I hope it's money, and I hope it's team. So I hope there's a bunch of reasons. That'd be something you could ask them.
Pat, with Gabe Hoy's deal, do you expect him to just be out for spring, or?
Yeah, Gabe will be out for the spring. He was hurt all last year, guys. I don't talk about injuries, Jerry, but so he'll be out this spring, and we'll get him. He'll be ready to roll, though. He'll be strong and ready to roll in the fall.
Did you watch Dane at the combine?
You know what? I did not. I was not able to. I'm sure we got highlights. I didn't have a chance to. Family deal, so I didn't get a chance to see that.
What are your thoughts on the one-time transfer proposal that was backed by the ACC?
You know what? I think, I guess it's happening more and more. I don't make those decisions on the transfer rules. It seems like anytime we get a transfer, he gets a waiver. So if that's going to be the case, you just hope it doesn't open the floodgates. That's what you don't. If you look at the statistics, and we've got more stats, and maybe EJ can get them to you, but it's about 10% of the guys that go into that portal are coming out with something. It means there's 90% of the kids are getting nothing or hanging out. And I think ultimately, as a head football coach, we talk to our guys about getting degrees all the time. And if the kids are transferring, I say you're transferring, you're probably not going to get your degree because you're going to lose credits with the transfer. D's don't transfer, C minuses don't transfer a lot of places, at least into Pitt. So there's a lot of things that can happen in a move to a transfer. And, so you worry about, what is, they talk about APR, what's your APR? Well, when you lose a bunch of, you open up this portal and this transfer thing, the portal's a bad thing in my opinion. Okay, as far as how people are using it. Kids got to have their options, but you just hope the options work out. They work out for, Joe Burrow, okay? I think of that 10% of those guys that get scholarships, I think it's probably, 40% of them are quarterbacks. That's a different position than an offensive lineman, a tailback, or a skill guy.
Are you still waiting to hear on Joey Yellen's status?
Yeah, we're waiting to hear. It'll be, who knows? It may come April with this whole rule. We don't even have to ask for a waiver. They're going to give everybody a waiver, so he'll have the one-time transfer waiver, so who knows? So, yeah, we're waiting.
How about something final before we get to our players?
How's he kind of taken to just the offense and being able to get out here?
Joey?
Yeah.
He's doing well. First day. New terminology, everything's new, so we'll watch a videotape. But Joey's talented. The ball comes out of his hand quick. It'll be fun once you watch a team period and let him run the offense. So, but Davis Bevel looks really good today. He's doing it well too. So there's going to be that quarterback room is as good as it's ever looked since I've been at this place.
I know they're minor, but what do the NCAA sanctions mean to the program going forward?
Absolutely nothing. And again, I've made a statement on that already, so we don't need to really address it anymore.
You get DeMar Hamlin.
I got a big smile on my face, yes.
DeMar Hamlin and Paris Ford back. They have the potential to be one of the best safety tandems in the country. What does that do for you guys?
Yeah, they got a chance. They got a really good chance. It does a ton for us. We were, at one point it looked like we had neither one of them. We looked totally different with those two guys out there, but 3 and 12 back there. Number one, they're like brothers. They play together. I'm watching, and it looks like we're clicking day one. So, I would say it probably is the best tandem in the country right now. I can't imagine having two better safeties in the country.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Pat.
Last one.
Before we move on, just tell me about the first day I got here late. Sorry.
Be here on time. We got to get her to paint the line.
Yeah,
but,
I think so.
First day, obviously, we'll do it again. Kids were enthusiastic, as always. I think we're in great shape, and I was happy with, everything they did today.